Let's talk about how to not get your ankles broken in basketball. Pay attention to what's going on with my right foot in all of these examples. It rolled to the outside, it rolled to the inside, it kind of stayed in one spot and the other foot trips over it. I went back on my heels. As you'll see, it's either going to be too stiff or it's going to roll to the outside, the inside, or back on the heels. So to keep yourself from spraining an ankle either on defense, offense, or whatever the case may be, you've got to loosen up those muscles, build stability in them, and strengthen it in some of those awkward positions. Coach Jesse Minch here with Get Handles Basketball. Major disclaimer before we go into these exercises: don't do these with weights or don't do them fast. You could severely injure your knees, ankles, or hips. Only way you should do them is the way that I'm going to show you in this video, especially the last one. So the first one's going to be toes to the sky. And the basic concept is go on your heels, but try to go as far back as you can and point your toes up to the sky as high as you can. Now again, you don't want to do this fast. We're going to work our way down the court slow, about to halfway and back. This is going to help you with a few things. Number one, on top of helping strengthen your ankle joint, it's going to help strengthen your shin muscles as well, which if you don't develop, it can actually develop a stress fracture in your shin bone, and it'll help with dorsiflexion, which makes you a much more explosive, powerful player with your first step and your vertical leaping ability. Hit that like button if those tips are helping you out. Now this next exercise is actually something Wilt Chamberlain did when he was younger, but before we get into it, subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to take your game next level. And the next one is basically just to walk around on your tiptoes. Now obviously this is going to help develop your calf muscles, which on top of helping keeping you from spraining an ankle, because a lot of times when you sprain an ankle, it's when you're on your tiptoes, it'll also help again with your vertical leap, your first step explosiveness, your change of direction, etc, 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 so you can be the one breaking ankles on the court. Obviously, that's something you're looking to do. You want to be the one breaking ankles, not the one getting their ankles broken. Again, about down to half court for this is about all you'll need. Just putting these exercises in your warm-ups will really help loosen those muscles up, strengthen them, and build stability in your ankle joint. Biggest key point is to get those heels as high as you can off the ground and get right on the tips of your toes. This next one is outside ankle rolls. This is more just to warm your ankles up. For the next exercise that we're going to do, you're basically just going to roll your ankle out to the side like you normally would when you actually get your ankles broken in a game situation. Doing about 20 of these on each foot will be good. Make sure you roll it as far to the side as you can. Don't do it too fast though. But leave me a comment. Who do you think he's broke more ankles, Kyrie Irving or Kemba Walker? After you've loosened the sides of your ankles up, you're ready to go into outside ankle walks. Again, go slow on this. Don't do it too fast, and as you'll notice, I'm kind of losing balance and having a hard time going all the way to the sides of my ankles because I have sprained plenty of ankles playing basketball. No, not on defense, from landing on people's feet when going for rebounds. But it's super important that you do this one slow, really try to go deep into it, and don't ever do something like this while lifting weights. You will have a good chance of hurting yourself if you're trying to do things like that. Again, about to half court is all you really need for this to warm those muscles up, loosen them up, and build stability in that same position that you would normally sprain an ankle, so it's more resilient in that position. I'd say of all the exercises in this video, this is one of the most important ones, but also one of the ones that you need to be most careful with. Inside ankle walks. This one you'll actually probably have a hard time going actually on the insides of your ankles, as you'll see me trying to here, but it's still important to try to get your ankles as far to the inside as possible. Once again, this is one you for sure, I repeat, for sure, do not want to do really fast. Don't try to run doing this, and especially don't do it lifting weights. What you're doing with your knees, if you'll notice, is bringing them into a position where they're coming in. That's how a lot of people tear ACLs. So that's why you don't want to do it fast or with weights or jumping or anything like that. Only walking slow like this to build that resiliency in your ankle joints. Second to last is the duck-footed walk. Basically for this, the idea is very simple. Try to get your feet pointing exactly out to the side. If you'll notice, I'm kind of lacking some mobility in that right ankle, and it doesn't point out quite as far as the other one. Again, because I've sprained a lot of ankles, and these drills are helping to strengthen those ankles back up and get some of that flexibility back in them. I've noticed when I do these exercises, my feet feel a heck of a lot better. Again, you'll go to about half court with these. Now, there are some exercises that you might do where your feet are pointed out like this, like sumo squats and things like that. If anything, you'd want your feet pointing slightly out when you're landing from jumps or about to jump, or have your feet about straight forward. but typically you wouldn't want to have them this far out. Finally, Pigeon Toe Walk. This is the one you have to be super careful with. Look how my knees are. They are super pointed in. My toes are pointed in. Do not ever run like this, jump like this, weight lift like this, etc., etc., etc. But as a warm-up exercise to help mobilize your hips, your ankles, and strengthen those ankle joints in positions where they're really susceptible to roll, get your ankles broken, all that kind of stuff. This is a great way to strengthen them for those positions so you don't have to worry about it as much. And you'll actually find if you're doing all the exercises in this video on top of your feet and your ankles feeling a lot better, you'll also feel like you're a little bit more explosive, like you can change directions better, stop on a dime better, get a faster first step, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you really want to be able to break more ankles and be more athletic off the dribble and improve your ball control, I've got a 100% free workout. Click the top link in the description, pop in your email, and I will send that to you instantly for free. It only takes 10 minutes to do, and it's already on thousands of players, and I'm sure to help you too. Also, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified of the newest videos, and check out the video and the playlists that are popping up on the screen. Those are going to help you a ton as well. I'm sure of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.